I'm concerned about the string of lawsuits that are continuing, and Mr. Fishbane, I'm going to ask you to help me here a little bit. I'm concerned about them on multiple levels, but the primary one is the amount of dollars that we're spending to defend lawsuits that continue on and on and on and have never been resolved in favor of the defendant, or I'm sorry, I guess it would be the prosecutor. I don't know, the person that's
The plaintiff.
initiating plaintiff.
Plaintiff.
That's the word. Can you, first of all, give us any kind of an idea of how much this has cost our district at this point in time, dollar-wise?
Well, if you're referring to the lawsuits brought by Mr. Bracci as well as the sports club lawsuits, including the multiple appeals, not only by that agency but by Mr. Bracci on his own, we're probably nearing about $190,000 at this point. There's been a lot of litigation on it.
And it's not over.
Well, not yet, no. So I cannot all of a sudden tell any person you cannot file a complaint. That's not for me to do.
No, I totally understand that it's not for us to do, but it's a continuous worry for me that there's no end to it, and this same faction of people who keep complaining about their taxes being raised and so forth don't have any qualms about spending taxpayer dollars to defend these, in my mind, frivolous lawsuits. Time-wise, can you give us an estimate of how much time has been spent?
I can't tell you the amount of hours, but hours that lawyers spend do not reflect the hours that go into litigation or its preparation. I mean, we spent a lot of time with staff preparing them, gathering information, things of that sort. And then if they should appear as witnesses, that's a different time. So let's suppose, for example, that plaintiff serves discovery. In order to get them effectively answered, I will have to go around and work with co-counsel to staff personnel to make sure that we have them appropriately answered, that the data is gathered, information is gathered. Well, that takes them away from their time in order to comply. That's the rules of the road. That's what I instruct them, that they need to be professional and get it to me. I've not found them to have resisted. They've been tired, sometimes annoyed by it, understandably, but they have done the work. The long and short of it is that there is a great deal of time that goes into a litigation that goes way beyond what the lawyers put in. I have not made an effort to quantify it. I couldn't do that.
Is there anything we can do to arrest these from continuing, or what? I feel helpless here.
We're going to have to see them through. That's the answer.
And it doesn't stop another one from coming.
No, ma'am.
Again, it's the same people that want us to focus on academics. It's the same people that want to watch our budget, that continue to take the time away from academics and money out of the classroom, in my opinion. I also want to say again, this was a sad meeting for me tonight. There's no reason that we have to go down a path of dysfunction, and I will use that word again. I see it. Thought we were doing better there for a little while. Tonight was sad, in my opinion. The lack of trust, the lack of respect. I mean, I almost at one point pointed to the norms that we agreed on. We need to take those seriously, and until we do, we're going to lose the trust of the community. We've, I believe, lost the trust in each other. And I've asked this board to go into get a consultant, bring someone in to help us function better, and I've been denied, so I won't bring it up again, but I think we need to start looking at where we're going and try to pull ourselves out of the ditch here.
Sorry, Ms. Sprague, asked if there's anything that we can do to stop these types of lawsuits from coming forward. And I think there is something that can be done. And that is being transparent and open to the public about things that are happening that affect their children. Because it's the same pattern over and over again. It happened with after-school care. It happened with cell towers. It happened with Blue Zone. And these are not frivolous claims because they actually happened. And that is why there is such distrust. And that is why these parents feel the need that because they have no recourse outside of a courtroom, that they need to protect their rights by going that route. It's unfortunate, but just like in criminal cases where you have to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, simply because the district has prevailed so far in each one of these cases doesn't mean that nothing was done wrong. And I think it would be irresponsible of the board to be blind to the pattern of lack of transparency that has taken place that has resulted in these lawsuits and concerns from parents and the public. So I think there are things that can be done to prevent those things from happening in the future. Being open and transparent. It's that simple, in my opinion.